Chris fucking Brown. Popularity. First song dropped 2005. He was in Stomp the Yard. Do you forget about that? Stomp the Yard 2007. January 12th is when that dropped. You forgot about that movie? He fucking destroyed. And they killed him. He was too good. He was too fucking good. And he killed him. Chris Brown was, dude, you could not tell me. I know most of y'all listening to me. All right, moving on to the last section. This is I'm gonna put the disclaimer out now. It's more of the question and answers that I get from people right before I go live, or if I'm about to start making a podcast. Just if you'd like to suggest topics, questions, or whatever it is, leave a comment in the description below, or comment, or whatever it is, or tweet at me. What I say is not law. It's just me giving my best opinion about stuff. It's like, you can take this shit with a grain of salt. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. I'm not God. Damn sure not God. I'm not perfect at all. So you don't have to do anything with that. So, moving on. First one I get from is my man Kenny. He had posted something on I think it was like Facebook or whatever it is, and he had said Michael Jackson it's definitely past tense because he's dead, but he said Michael Jackson is the greatest dancer of all time. I paused. I think I was playing in the middle of the game, and I was like, what? I had to pause that. I'm like, hold up, what? So I commented on that. I'm like, no, bro, what are you talking about? I could debate you on this. So I did tell him that I'm gonna talk about this on the podcast to debate you on why he is not the greatest dancer of all time, and I'm gonna explain why. So first of all, Michael Jackson, he died June 25th, 2009. Rest in peace, greatest king, great king of pop, all that. Rest in peace. But before he died, there were some cold ass motherfucking dudes who could dance their ass off. And when you say the greatest dancer of all time, realize what you're saying. The greatest dancer of all time. That means that even after your death, to me, this is to me, even after your death, if someone was to put you up against another person who came after you in a dance, like just a side-by-side dance move, or even if you're still alive and you have retired, that means you could get out there and your moves will still triumph over that person. No matter how good they are, you will still always be the best. Greatest of all time. The GOAT. Meaning you cannot be defeated no matter who you are being put up against. In my opinion, that's what the GOAT means. You are just a beast of a person. Michael Jackson, he's smooth. Absolutely. King of Pop, he had that name because of how he was as his time, he was moving up. He had, popping, locking. He did all that shit. Moonwalk, Smooth Criminal, shit. That was him. Most definitely. He was clean because he did that shit. But what I would say, more so what you should have said, is that he was one of the best dancers of all time. Not the greatest of all time. One of the best dancers of all time. Reason why you want to say that, sorry, not even that. No. I mean, back that. It's almost the same as saying one of the most popular dancers of all time. That's what you should have said. One of the most popular dancers of all time is what you would want to say. Because of the fame, how popular he was, how big he was. Granted, if you were to put some of these other people, who I'm actually about to say in just a moment, up on there, I don't think you would say that, because I'm gonna go with this one right off the bat. Jabberwockies. Jabberwockies would destroy Micheal. You'll probably be like, how? What are you talking about? Jabberwockies were probably not after he died. No, they were not. 2006 is when ABDC first season, when we first introduced by them. 2007 is when they won. And before they were even on that show, before they got their popularity, they were still a dance group. I think, what, 2002, something like that, maybe, is when their history started, or some shit like that. Jabberwockies would destroy them. Just one member would do that. And you see them today, as today. Their fucking videos are amazing. How well they move, bro, dude. Ooh. Jabberwockies are too cold. And I saw also in the comments of this next person that I'm about to say. I saw it in the comments because I said the same exact person. Chris fucking Brown. Chris fucking Brown. Popularity. First song dropped 2005. He was in Stomp the Yard. Do you forget about that? Stomp the Yard 2007. January 12th is when that dropped. You forgot about that movie? He fucking destroyed. And they killed him. He was too good. He was too fucking good. And he killed him. Chris Brown was, dude, you could not tell me. I know most of y'all listening to me right now probably like, yeah, you right. That motherfucker got killed because he was too fucking good. And let's not forget who his brother was. Columbus Short. That nigga was a cold ass dude. AKA DJ Williams. Some of y'all may know him by that instead of Columbus Short. His real name, his actor name. Not his actor name. His real name is Columbus Short, aka DJ Williams. That motherfucker was cold too. Other people as extra cast, I didn't write down their names, but they were cold as shit too. And that was before 2009, before Michael Jackson's death. You Got Served, 2004, January 30th. Marcus Houston and Omarion, bro. You forget about that movie? There were hella cats in there that should just show his ass up, bro. Man, it was some wild shit. Greatest dancer of all time. Michael Jackson would still have to destroy all that. But after the list, just these a little bit, I still got a few more. Just after these few people here, right there, it's just like, no, not at all. Not at all. These people, and you can't even also just, they're not, they weren't as popular. That's why I said one of the most popular dancers of all time. Absolutely is what I would give him. I'm not discrediting his king of pop. He will always be the king of fucking pop. That is he earned that fucking title. He will always keep that fucking title, even after his fucking death. Don't give a fuck. But to say that, no, absolutely not. Them cats could dance they ass off. There's a few more, but it came afterwards. If he probably would have been alive today if it wasn't for, the dumbass doctor and all that other bullshit. But you got Les Twins. Y'all know them. Winning World of Dance 80 billion times in a row type shit. You got Schizo. Vegas Locals. Y'all know who that is. Fucking Blueprint. That motherfucker's cold. Fiction. He's cold. Bunch of other people, bro. But of course, those came after the ones that I just listed. Of course, they came after Micheal. I'm pretty sure they were all dancing before, growing up, but they just weren't as popular because we didn't know about them until they got into the light. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a bunch of people, or there were still, other people before they got into the light that were probably still colder than Micheal. Still have fucking just. Micheal did influence a lot of they dance. A lot of people look up to him, absolutely. I'm not discrediting anything like that. But all I'm trying to say is Michael Jackson is not the greatest dancer of all time. He's one of the most popular dancers of all time. I will definitely say that. If you said that, if we could definitely agree on that, absolutely. You know, I'm gonna definitely send you the time code of when I say this. Like, if we could definitely agree about that, and Michael Jackson is one of the greatest, one of the most popular dancers of all time, we good there. But say he's the greatest, because if you were to Google, because I also did do research on this shit to get a lot of these things, because I knew exactly what I needed to do. I just didn't know when that shit happened, but I knew exactly who I needed to go to give this, you know, this debate to you. Is that fuck, I almost lost my train of thought. I think I did just fuck. But yeah, I'll give you the freaking time code. So you could, you know, just comment, be like, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. I see where, you know, everybody else is talking about now. Because there were some, I think it was like 4 or 5 other people that also commented. I think 2 people said Chris Brown. I think somebody else said somebody else, but oh, what I was gonna say is, if you were to Google the greatest dancers of all time, I think Michael Jackson was number 6 or number 7. There were a bunch of other people above that. Some of them I didn't even know. There were a few I did. I think there were like 3 I didn't know, but the other ones I definitely did know. So that's another thing, because if he was the greatest dancer of all time, he would be number 1. He'd be at the top of that list. I'm not wrong. I'm definitely not wrong. He would be at the top of that list if he was the greatest dancer of all time. He is one of the most popular. He's one of the most popular. That's why I gotta say it like that. He is one of the most popular dancers of all time. There's a list of that. I think there was like 12 or 10. He was number 6 or 7. He's up there in that list. So that's the answer to that.